Okay, this is an important message coming through. I talked about the spiritual importance of hair and how releasing your hair, for example, to feel the elements, to connect with plants, the earth, etc., is a very beneficial way to get messages from nature. But it doesn't negate also the importance that covering up your hair can have in basically protecting you from all these elements, especially when you're around humans. So we're talking about duality here. And in a lot of spiritual traditions, there is only one way of doing things, and there's only focus on the oneness. And the oneness of everything is important because we are all one and we are all coming from one source, truly. But the Creator has also created duality in many things. The Creator has created spectrums in many things. But in this case, I'll talk a little bit more about duality. And one funny thing I always think about is the duality of faith, and free will. So people think that you have to either believe in either one of those, but in the grand scheme of things, both faith and free will are true. It's just the fact that, yes, your fate is already written, but in the meantime, while you're doing your journey, you still have free will. You are still an independent agent, yet at the same time, God already knows all the decisions you will make, would have made, could have made. So you are exercising your free will, yet the creation is already finished. So fate is also already finished. So in this sense, the two things are true both at the same time. But you exercising your free will, like anyone else, brings all fate together. It weaves everything together. It creates the whole picture. Or well, creation is already finished, as I said. It's already predetermined, existing everywhere, in every time and space, in this moment. But yet still it is weaving everything together in this moment, your free will. But at the same time, your free will is also part of destiny, part of creating others' destiny, and others are part of creating your destiny within all the free will that we're making. And as I said, at the same time, the Creator of everything already knows what kind of decisions you are making. So you are using your free will, but still destiny is at play. This is very, I know, weird to explain, but from what I have seen in the ethers, if I can tell you that, this is how it works. Creation is already finished, yet you are playing in creation within your free will. And you're creating within the creation with your imagination. That's how you can, steer your free will better. Without the use of the imagination and conscious decision making, your free will is lacking, and you're falling into fate, the faith of others. You're falling in unconsciousness. But if you learn to process through all the chakras and reach the Christ consciousness, you will be able to imagine and to create and use your free will within this grand play of things, but still, ultimately, your free will is part of destiny because creation is already finished. So, two things are true at the same time, and this is the case in many cases. Sometimes, even multiple things are true at the same time. Many things can be true at the same time. If we look at, perspectives, we have the human perspective. Within the human perspective, there are so many perspectives that are true also. Even if one perspective doesn't believe with the other perspective, still both can be true. At the same time, we have the perspective of all the creatures on this planet. Not only animals, but also plants. They also have a perspective, a rather different perspective from us. Their suffering and etc. is very lessened, different in a way than ours, but they also have a perspective. Even stones have a perspective. Everything has a perspective. So, in that sense, there are many truths that are true at the same time when we think of it from a psychological perspective, but also from a scientific perspective. But science lags behind a little bit. So, yeah. There is complete oneness, and that oneness is important to focus upon, because integrating with the oneness and recognizing each other, humanity, but also nature, the planet, the animals, etc., they are also part of it. This is very important. But we mustn't forget about these different perspectives and how also different truths can be true at the same time. Maybe even without these different truths, nothing would make sense in the whole, in the grand scheme of things, in the oneness of everything.